for the update. And let's switch gears and talk a little politics this morning as the road to inauguration starts to heat up in just a few days. So are our emotions. And it's become near impossible sometimes to have open discussions with people maybe we don't see eye to eye with. But some are hoping to change that. So we are joined live this morning with former Marine and mental toughness expert Eric Rittmeyer with some tips on how to navigate these conversations and all the emotions that come with them. So Eric, good morning.
Megan, good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. Thanks for joining us. And we know we're feeling a lot of divide right now. That's a very nice way to put it as a country. What is the best way to start a conversation or even talk about these topics with your friends and family, if at all?
We have to get control of our emotions, Megan. That's the problem. As humans, we're hardwired to feel first and think later. Our nation right now is just totally intoxicated in emotion. We're incapable of logical thought processes. We automatically assume the worst intentions in people. It's just this outrage culture. So it all starts with getting control of the emotions and realizing that the person next to us, although we might disagree with them, they probably love us like we love them. It's okay to be nice to each other.
So it's kind of thinking big picture, remembering that they love us, remembering they're our family. When we talk about controlling our emotions, like what are some of the tips we can use to calm down and control that, rumble of feeling that we start to feel?
It's so difficult to do, right?
Yeah.
Here's the issue, Megan. We have these triggers. We all have triggers. It's things that set us off. It's something someone says. It's something they do. We have to be aware of our triggers. So when we get put in these situations and somebody pulls that lever and hits that trigger, we're prepared for it. In the Marine Corps, we call this systematic desensitization. Two of the biggest words I know, have no idea how to spell them. What it means is we desensitize our brains to it. So if we're prepared for it, when the trigger gets pulled, we know what's getting ready to happen as a reaction, which is going to be emotion based. We're not going to process information logically. It all starts with knowing the trigger, and when it's pulled, knowing that it's going to be an emotion-based reaction.
That's fascinating. So how does a regular person, you obviously have probably a lot of military training in your background, how does just a regular Joe and Jill, how do we prepare and train our brains to not react?
It's so difficult to do, right? And it all starts with just realizing that we're going to feel. Whatever we're doing, we're going to feel. So if we start to grasp the concept that we can have opposing points of view, and we have to learn to be better listeners, that's a really big thing. We listen with the intent to reply, not with the intent to understand. So if we can go into conversations realizing that, hey, the other person doesn't have to feel like they won or I lost. We just want to make them feel like, I heard you, I understand you, I may disagree with you, but if we can at least have formal communication and just leave being okay with each other, everything will be all right.
That was a great tip. Just go in thinking, hey, I want to hear you. I hear you, my friend. All right, Eric, that's all the time that we got. Eric Rittmeyer, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We're going to post this interview on our website, and people can listen to it again and learn more about you at yourcentralvalley.com. So, Eric, thanks again.
It was a pleasure. Thanks for having me, Megan. Have a great day.
Thanks. Take care. Well, residents in Oakland are feeling